Hello everyone, my name is Anjanette Cash. I am a doctoral student at the California Intercontinental University. Today I will be presenting the use of visualizing hypothesis testing. As for our discussion, I will define what is a hypothesis, a null hypothesis, and an alternative hypothesis. I will also demonstrate four visualization testing methods, which are test for a mean, comparing two groups, efficiency comparison, correlation tests. Then we will go into some of the takeaways of creating hypothesis and using visualization and testing. Definitions. Hypothesis can be defined as a tentative yet testable statement which predicts what you expect to find in your empirical data. A null hypothesis is a hypothesis set up to reject in order to support an alternative hypothesis. Alternative hypothesis is opposite of null, a statement expressing a relationship between two variables and indicating differences between groups. Let's take a look at the chart for visualization number 1. We will test for a mean. The mean is the highest point of the bell-shaped curve. Here, the y-axis shows the probability of defect and the x-axis shows the number of defective widgets out of 100. So let's begin with the research question. On average, are the widgets from the Acme Widget Company defect-free? The null hypothesis will be the mean of widgets are not defect-free. The alternative hypothesis is the mean of widgets are defect-free. Since the mean is 0, the null hypothesis can be rejected. Visualization number 2. Here we are comparing two groups, the Major League and Minors team, using two bell-shaped curves representing each team. Looking at the chart, it shows for y-axis the number of home runs and x-axis shows the fraction of teams that are home run hitters. As a reminder, the mean is the highest point of the bell-shaped curve. So, let's take a look at the research question. Does the average major league team have more home run hitters than its corresponding minor league team? The null hypothesis, the league does not have more home run hitters than the minors. The alternative hypothesis, the league does have more home run hitters than minors. As we take a look at the average for the home run hitters, the league is 0.37 and the minors have 0.28 home run hitters. The league has more home run hitters and a null hypothesis can be rejected. Visualization number 3 is an efficiency comparison. Looking at the left side of the chart, it displays a red and blue team with the number of servers in sequence, with the blue team having 3 servers and the red team having 3 sets of servers with a total of 9 servers. To the right of the slide shows a diagram with two bell-shaped curves, with the y-axis showing the number of hours observed and the x-axis showing the number served per hour. Looking at the research question, the efficiency curves of the red and blue teams were recorded. Do the teams have equal mean efficiencies? The null hypothesis, both blue and red teams do have equal mean efficiencies. The alternative hypothesis, both the blue and red teams do not have equal mean efficiencies. Based on the diagrams, In the test of the null and alternative hypothesis, that is hypothesis, there is no comparison, and the null hypothesis can be rejected. Violation number 4, correlation testing. Here, some testing has been completed, and the testing found that there are significant correlations between miles per gallon and the weight of industrial use vans. Let's take a look at the question. What were the study's null and alternative hypotheses? Null hypothesis that miles per gallon and the weight of the van has no correlation between relationships. Alternative hypothesis, the miles per gallon and the weight of the van has some correlation between relationships. Based on a scatter plot, there are some relationships and the null hypothesis can be rejected. Here are some important takeaways when creating hypothesis tests. You can examine whether your hypothesis is valid or not. You can state hypothesis using words and or equations. Also, some important takeaways when using visualization. The bell-shaped curve simplifies the search for the mean. You can quickly compare the means using two bell-shaped curves. This concludes the presentation. Again, thank you for watching. Please use the comment box for any questions you may have. Thank you.